Hi, everyone. This is Lucas Chaffee with Qiqo Chat. This is January 14th, 9 p.m. Eastern training. And we're on with two wonderful people. And we're going to talk about liberating structures and open space and get a chance to see an orientation to the space that we're in here in this very briefly made Qiqo Chat event, a very simple event. We'll see some more complex events, more powerful events, and we'll get a chance to make our own. Elaine and Daniel, please feel free to interrupt me at any time, even when I'm talking. Just say something and I'll take your question, and it won't be rude at all. So here's the landing space for our event. You can tell how many people have RSVP'd, and we can see where they are from with the map view. And click on a profile, and you can read their names like that. You can see a list of their names. And here's a simple description. And you can make this look even better with images and YouTube videos and anything else you want to put in there, PDFs, images. All right. And here's the start date and time, the default time zone. We'll go inside the event, click participate now. And the three of us are in the main room. This is what you see by default. I didn't customize this other than just putting a title and a start date. So this is what you get out of the box, and it's easy to change, easy to customize. It's great for workshops, conferences. Qiqo is a tool for when you want people to be thinking together. It's not just receiving a webinar or a broadcast. It's people collaborating. Think of all peer-to-peer interaction, sharing knowledge, and communication moving sideways and back up, not just broadcast down. There's several parts to the page. You see a big image. That could be a logo for your conference. It can be a picture of a place to set the atmosphere. Maybe it's the place where your group normally meets in person. On the right-hand side, there's a notes document, and everyone can type here. You cannot type as you're watching my screen. You would have to remove screen sharing from full screen mode. And then you can put Zoom in the background or on the side. You could put the app, Zoom app, and the browser side by side. And then you can be using both of them like this, so make it narrow. And we have the main room and many other individual rooms. Each of these rooms comes with the notes and its own Zoom meeting. So the power here is you can have up to 100 Zoom meetings going in parallel. By default, you've got 10 rooms. You can have up to 100 plus the main room. And if I click over to room 4, then I'll see join video for room 4. If I click to room 3, and join video for room 3, a different photo, a different notes page. All right, so you have the idea that there's many different spaces, and on the right-hand side, there's the tools that you can embed here. By default, it's just one tool, but you can put Google Docs in there and many different tools. Take a brief look at all the different tools that you can embed. This is from our user guide. There are tools for taking notes like Google Docs and the default of Etherpad. CryptPad is like Google Docs, but it's a privacy-minded alternative based in the European Union. There are whiteboarding tools, very powerful when the facilitators, especially liberating structures facilitators like to use, is Miro and Group Map. A simple one would be Google Drawing, doesn't require any sign-in. Fairly simple, and simple is powerful because you have less friction. Mentimeter is very powerful. Google Forms, simple. TeamBits and Slido are great for facilitators. Some tools for scheduling. You can embed Google Docs, Google Sheets, Calendly. Embedding live or recorded YouTube video, live Twitch, live or recorded Vimeo, music from Spotify. Here's some webinar tools that you can embed right into the page. Some networking tools like Spatial Chat, we'll show that one. Some social media posts like Twitter posts. And you can even do games in different rooms. These are embeddable puzzles. And so people will be on Zoom and building a puzzle together. So it's a break area. It's a place for conversation, relaxing in the middle of a conference. PDFs are very common. And you can also display a map of participants and custom HTML. As you just scroll down, you'll see images that show tools that can be embedded. Those are all those tools listed above. Here's one called Nextboard, embedded in a Qiqo chat event. All right, so lots and lots, some like 60 pages of screenshots. Now, back to our event. I'll show you an event that is better designed, maybe looks better. So with some bright, flashy colors, here's a Google Doc in the middle, the logo for the event. They had all their people participating here where the sessions are. And then they also had a networking lounge. At the top, you can see the different tools. Click Schedule. And what we have here is scheduling tool. And Code of Conduct, which is a web page. Here's an image. And here's a fun one, the networking lounge. This tool called Spatial Chat. Notice there's no Zoom video button up here. You're going to be either in Spatial Chat or Zoom video, but you don't want to be in both at the same time because your video might not be available for Spatial Chat. Spatial Chat will have video right here on the page, and it's unlike other tools that most people have experienced. So I can say, all right, my video is working. I'll click Join Space. And we lend these rooms out to facilitators. So you can put any background you want on here. But I can move over here, and anybody that's nearby to me will be on audio video together. And if I move over here or here or here, across this image, it's just a background, whomever I'm nearby, I can see and I can hear. So it's very similar to networking in a hallway. Spatial Chat costs $50 a month. That's what we pay. We charge you $25 to use it for any of your events. So half price if you're just using it for one event rather than getting it directly, because we will resell the same spatial chat rooms for multiple events throughout the month. Any questions on what you've seen so far?
I guess, how many tabs can you add in that previous view there?
There is no limit. So if I pull this out here, and if you get narrow, you'll see they start to go onto row 2 here. Go a little bit more. So they just fold over onto the next row.
Oh, okay.
And if I make it even narrower for, say, mobile, then it resizes.
Okay, that's nice.
So our job at Qiqo is to embed all the tools that you want. And then if you want specific permissions on them, like you want only some people to be able to access the Google Doc, you'll set those permissions on that tool. If it's a Miro board or any Google Sheets, you decide who you want to have access when you're editing and creating that tool, and Qiqo is just going to display it. So here you can manage who can see the page. It can be open to the world, but we don't make them searchable. People have to get the link from you or from one of your participants. You can lock it down by email address, so only people who have that email address are going to be able to get in. And we can show how that works. You can integrate with Eventbrite, so as soon as people register, then they're going to receive an email from Qiqo Chat. Their account is created. When they get that email, They click a link and they're automatically signed in. They don't have to enter a password. So that can make it simple.
Okay, but do they actually have an account with Qiqo Chat or?
Yes, when we get the
Okay.
information from Eventbrite, it will either find their account or create a new account with that email address.
Okay.
And we're always trying to integrate with tools rather than duplicate them. So there's some more things we can show, and I'm going to pull in some notes from the other event. So here's a Qiqo Chat circle. A circle is a place for people to collaborate. It's like a Facebook group. Facebook has groups, Qiqo Chat has circles. And here are the people who are in this group, 1,465 people learning about Qiqo Chat. Here are all the events in this circle. And I'm going to go to one of the past events right here, this free training, and I'll open that up. This is the event that we had earlier today. You can see we changed some of the colors. Now we put in an image over there. But I'm going here because I want to take these notes and I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to bring it over to our event so we can have the same notes in our event too. Because here you just have blank notes in the main room. So I'm going to replace this notes page with the notes page that we had over there. This way I don't have to type it all out again. And if I improve it in the next training, you'll benefit because when you come back to this page, you'll see updated notes. It'll just keep updating. I'll click edit, and this is how we edit or create an event. This is the title, and here's the description. And here's where we customize the main space and breakouts. So there's a lot of options. You can add different names for the breakouts. So I'll say main room, orange room, red room, yellow room, whatever you'd like to call them. And here's the online tools. So I'm going to paste in this link here that I got from the other event. And I just took my username off. It used to say my name there. But when I replace it with the word username, it's going to let you see a page for you with you'll be logged into this notes tool. That's not important. You would very rarely do what I'm doing here. You normally be using your own Google Docs, but I'm just pulling in a notes page from another event. So when we click update, now we'll see the notes page from that previous event. This is a collaborative tool that anyone can edit, anyone that can see it. I'll take the colors off by highlighting all of this and clicking hide colors. That just cleans it up a little bit. For the larger events we had this morning, people were adding their questions here, and so I was able to answer them. So feel free to interrupt again if you have any questions. If you'd like to create your own event, we can go ahead and do that. I could talk about other types. Well, maybe I'll just show a few more. Since we're moving quickly, I'm going to show a few more other event types. Here's a career fair. So they're hiring people. People that want to get hired will write their name in there and then they'll join Zoom. And you can learn more about the company. So they had more people here in this one. You can learn more about the company with YouTube videos and LinkedIn posts. Check out the career fairs page over here. So just bringing in a lot of media. Here's a conference with an exhibit hall. This is a demo based on an actual one that happened. So most of the conference happened here in the main room, and then we've got some exhibitors. So I can go to ZGF Architects and see an exhibitor booth. This is their web page in here. And Instagram, pulling in their Instagram feed. Facebook, PDF. And the most important thing is people can join video to speak with the sponsor, with the exhibitor. If I want to share my info with them, maybe enter a raffle, click share my info. And now they'll have access to my name and email address. Can hold mostly conferences that happen on here and workshops. So facilitators will design very interactive workshops where you can pre-populate all your breakout rooms with specific Google Docs or other intensive tools for thinking together, taking notes together. Here's an open space event, one of the liberating structures. Elaine mentioned she works with liberating structures. Daniel mentioned he works with open space. This open space event had 400 people in it. Here they have the sponsors. Click participate now. The photo on the left is where they used to meet in person, where they'll meet in the future when the pandemic's over. On the right-hand side, they have a document, like a PDF, explains what's going on. So they posted this document here after it was over. We've concluded the live portion of Internet Identity Workshop. You can put a banner up here. This is easy to edit on the edit page. And then if you're interested in open space, you could see here's how they built the agenda of who spoke in which rooms. The agenda was blank at the beginning, and then participants were able to fill it in. So this is session 1, starts at 9:30, and here were all the spaces, and they left all of these blank. And people filled in the topics that they wanted to discuss. Here's session 2, starts an hour and a half later. Here's what everybody wanted to discuss. And the neat thing is you can copy these topics. I'm going to go over into our event just so you can see how quickly you can paste them in. Click admin controls. Any administrator can see this. So you can have multiple administrators if you want a team to be working on your event. We'll click set topics for breakout rooms and paste it in. I can also remove that blank line if I want, or you can leave it exactly how it was, and I'll click save. So now all of the topics have been assigned to different rooms, and any rooms that were not being used are going to be hidden. So now people can go into those rooms. Here you could see the names we put on the rooms, and they can join the conversation there. Once they get in there, they have a separate Zoom meeting at the top, join video for yellow room, and a separate notes tool. Over in the open space, if we were to head over to one of those breakout sessions, I'm looking for day 3, space A. They use the same rooms for day 1, day 2, day 3. So that's why it says day 3 here. We'll say space A. And here's some help text about the space that the organizers put there. And we'll click session 16A. And here's some notes from that session. And so they can put notes for all the different sessions going across. Rocket Chat is for one-to-one chat messages. It also has a group chat. So you can find individual people and then send them a chat message.
So I have a question about the Zoom rooms. So when you created those rooms Zoom rooms that were created, they are in your, like, is it something that you have as a user? You have your Zoom, I don't know, account? Or like, how does it work? I'm thinking on the background, like,
These are API meetings, meaning that once someone clicks the green button, we're going to go create the Zoom meeting, and we reach out to Zoom servers. We say we need a new Zoom meeting, and they give us back a meeting ID. So the meeting's created on the spot, and then the next people join it. So that's why you can have up to 100. You don't pay Zoom. Zoom charges us, and we charge you. So Zoom charges us ½ cent per minute per person, and we charge you 1 cent per minute per person, plus $1 per day. The cost is about $3.40 for a 4-hour workshop. I wrote that out over here. So it's
Oh,
$1
okay.
per day per person plus a penny per minute per person. Here's the pricing calculator. So if you want to put in some numbers, just let me know here. We can throw it in there. The number of people, how many people might you need? Say 250 for 1 day, 4 hours, costs $3.40 per person. If it's a full day, 7 hours, $5.20 per person.
Okay, I got it.
You're welcome. So can you think of a liberating structure that you'd be interested in trying here? And we can talk through how that would work. Maybe 1, 2, 4 all comes to mind.
Yeah, yeah, that would be an interesting one.
Okay, I'm gonna click admin controls and assign people to breakouts. And we'll say 4 people per breakout. Right now, there's only 3 of us. So your names are here. And I think Sandra might have come in too. So these 3 names are here. And you would be assigned to this room. So you would have to move yourself. I think that it could be helpful for us to make it automatic, but generally on Qiqo, you have to move yourself. So you'd see all the different rooms, you'd see your name, and then you move yourself. If we can put in a chime there or a timer, so we'll say 5 minutes in a group of 4, and you can see the timer counting down. We can also do a sound to indicate that we've changed the name. So if I go back to assign people to breakouts, I click shuffle, then it's gonna assign people to different rooms.
Does it, so because the 1, 2 for all, normally you have the 2, like the pairs, and then you group 2 pairs together. So is there a merge functionality like that to merge 2 different pairs?
Yes, if you do 2, and they're gonna stay in a certain order. And then when you go to 4, people stay in the same order, so you will be kept together.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You could do 1, 2, 4 all with Jitsi, and Jitsi does Zoom video in the browser. It can go at the top if we make this a Jitsi event. For this event, I will just show you a Jitsi event. All right, so the main room in this Jitsi event is Zoom, but we're going to go to one of the other rooms where Jitsi is going to show. And here, so Jitsi is in the browser and the notes are below. And I'm going to take this link and we're going to put it over in the event where we are. And so you can see Jitsi not just at the top, but also down at the bottom. This is something that we want to do, okay, where, okay, we have the link. So I'm going to put Jitsi into these rooms. So right now, if you go to the orange room, it's notes over there. But Jitsi makes it easy to jump between rooms. It doesn't work for more than 25 people. They're working on that, but you don't need it for more than 25 people for 1, 2, 4 all. So customize your main space. We put the notes page at the top room, and I'm going to paste in this Jitsi link here and just change the link, and it's going to be a different Jitsi room. So I'll also want to turn off Zoom in those rooms. So to turn off Zoom, that's you go to Show Hide. And Elaine, you mentioned Microsoft Teams. You can use Qiqo Chat with all of these options here. GoToMeeting, Microsoft Teams, Adobe Connect, WebEx, Google Meet.
Okay.
Paste in the link to all of them, and then it will open up a new tab to launch Microsoft Teams, whatever it might be. Zoom is a little bit more tightly configured because it doesn't open up a new tab. Here, we're putting Jitsi, which is in-browser video, into several rooms. I'm putting it into room 1, 2, and 3. The main room is 0. So hide the join video button in these rooms. I'll click update. So in rooms 1 and 2, 3 is hidden. But now 1, 2, and 3 have Jitsi. So if we go into these rooms, okay, we can join Jitsi right here. So there's less to click on. And the neat thing is, it's not Zoom and the web page separate. It's video in the browser. So to get out of it, I'll just jump to another room. So very quickly, I think what we are able to do in the near future is we can shuffle people. In addition to shuffling your names, we can shuffle your page and you'll just show up in another room. And it will feel even faster than Zoom breakout mixing. And it's just one click once you arrive there. So I think you could do a lot with Jitsi and liberating structures. The limitation is it doesn't work on Safari yet, but they're working on that. So that's 1, 2, 4 all. Maybe 2510 would be another liberating structure where I'm not going to say it accurately, but generally the idea is you have index cards that people are rating ideas. So everybody writes an idea on an index card and you pass it around, and on the back of the card, I think you write a number, and then you pass the card around, and whichever ideas are the highest or the lowest, you do something with that. I know that some people are doing things with Google Sheets and 2510, and you can embed a Google Sheet here. That's about as much as I know about 2510. I haven't ever facilitated with it. But if you want to talk anything like that through, Elaine, we can even give it a shot too by putting in a Google Sheet. Or you see all the components, you have all these different rooms, and it's up to you to decide how you want to do it. You could probably run 2510 several different ways on a tool like this.
Yeah, so yeah, no, you explained it correctly. I think there is a website I saw somewhere in the materials, like in the liberating structures materials. There is a website where people are using to do the 2510 as well. I don't know, maybe you could embed it here, maybe, I don't know.
It's worth a shot for sure. So that you see, there are so many embeddable tools, and when something's not embeddable, people want to use it, we reach out to the company, and many times they do change it to make their tool embeddable. It's not a lot of work on their part, it's just they have to make the decision. So would you like to try to create your own event? So you'll go into the editing interface and you'll see all the options that are here, you can breeze through them. I can help you one at a time. Would that be helpful?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll follow the tutorial that is on our notes page. And it's going to be right here in row 5. We'll start with this tutorial and click on that. And once you get here, if either of you would like to share your screen, then we can walk through at your pace and make sure that everything's working great. Neither of you has to share your screen, of course. So I'll go ahead and share my screen and you can follow along. Do each of you see the tutorial page so that you know what to do, how to get here?
Yes.
Okay, so you can add a new event in the demo circle. You click add an event. And you type in your event. This event is in a circle so other people can see it unless you change it to hidden. But often you'll create an event that's not in a circle. That's also explained in the tutorial. To create the event, just click the green button, and then it takes a moment and your event will be scheduled. All right, so there's the event. Please let me know if I should wait. And you can enter the event by clicking either of these places. All right, and the event's ready. Click the green button. And this looks familiar. You've got the photo of the butterflies. You've got 10 breakout rooms plus the main room. Each of them has a Zoom video. And you have your notes pages. I can't tell if I'm going too fast or too slow, so.
It's fine for me. I don't know, Daniel.
Yeah, good for me here.
Okay, great. And feel free to drop off at any time too if you have all that you need. It's not rude at all. So you can click list of tools. I'm going to just take this Google Doc and I'm going to put it into our example event. So you need any Google Doc. You can even take the tutorial and just paste that in. So the first thing I'm going to do is replace the notes page. I click edit. Edit is at the top of the page next to the title. Let me go back there. Sometimes it's hard to see. There's edit. And this is the same form that you filled out a moment ago. You may want to put the number of minutes. So let's see, 5-hour event, 300 minutes. Number of participants, 100 people, however many. That just lets us know if there's a very large event coming up. And we're going to customize the main space and breakouts. We can add a title for those spaces if we want. Some people like to say lobby, and then main stage, room 1, room 2, room 3. So that'd be 4 breakout rooms. Main stage becomes a breakout room when it's not the main one. So this is one pattern that people use. You can enter in a lobby or a foyer, and then the main activities happen somewhere else. The other way to do it is the main stage is the place that you land. You'll always want someone in the first room because people will come late. And so this is a way to help them get oriented, is always having somebody in that room where they're landing. Where it says online tools and notes pages, this is where you're going to want to paste in the Google Doc. It goes in the first row, and that means it goes in the first room. If you also put it in these other rooms, it'll show in those other rooms. Okay, we'll click update. And here's our document on the right-hand side. Here's our rooms. Let's say you'd like to put a banner across the top here. It's called a banner image. I'll get to that in a moment. One other thing we'll put in is some Post-its. So we'll put in this Google drawing. I'm going to put this into the Zoom chat so that you have access to it. You'll copy that link in Zoom chat. And then you're going to paste it into the same place where we put the Google Doc. I'm going to click edit. I'm going to go back down to customize your main space and breakouts. And we'll paste in our link. This is going to be in the second room. So if we want to put it in the first room, we're going to give them each a title. The first one we'll call agenda. You could call it whatever you want. And then I'm going to put a colon there. So agenda colon, and then the link. Once again, it's agenda, colon, and then the link. For the second one, I'm going to say draw or post-its, and then the link like this. Maybe a hyphen in the middle there. This is going to be the word on the button that you'll click in order to show that tool. Right now, these are both in separate rooms. So I'm going to move the post-its up to the top room by clicking backspace. Now they're all in the same room, but they're jumbled together, so I separate them with a space. Any questions here before I move on? All right, scroll down and click Update, and here they are. We could put a banner image at the top. You upload images and documents and PDFs at this link, which I'll put in the chat. Panoramic view. I'm going to go get an image for a panoramic view, or I might actually have one here from earlier training. I click upload a file and share a link. I think this is a panoramic view. Okay, so I just added a title and upload a file, publish. So this is how you can upload PDFs to Qiqo Chat, images. You can click open this file and copy the link. So we're going to put that link up top here. Click edit. Customize your main space and breakouts. And this is where you put banner images. I can put it in all the different rooms, just one room at a time on a separate row. When we click update, we'll see our banner image over there. If you want to change your images here, it's going to be, we'll start here. We click edit, scroll down to the orange section. The bottom, it says add photos to your breakout spaces. You find these helpful hints. Helpful hints are in a lot of places. I can choose something else, so gardens, or create a new event design template. So we'll do both. First, we'll see what the gardens look like. Okay, see different gardens when we go to every room. Gardens and butterflies are available for you, but you probably want to put your own photos in there. I will get a logo. Let's say we'll get NYC logo. Does this have open image? No. Right click, copy link address. I think we'll go over to Wikipedia and get this one. So you can either download it and then upload it to Qiqo Chat, or if the link already exists, then you can just paste it in. Oh, you know what? No, we need to download it here. So right click, save as, NYC desktop. NYC event. This is the name of the template, and we're going to upload these photos. Add main space, main room. 0 is what I use for the main room because it's easy to remember. Breakout 1, breakout 2, breakout 3 will be 1, 2, 3. Upload the file. Photo is wider than it is tall. Oh, it's an SVG, so I think I'll have to save it instead as an image. Hopefully your client would give you some high quality images so you don't have to find them yourself. So we have the NYC template. You can have multiple rooms, but we're just going to have one logo and it's going to apply to all of them. Scroll down the orange section, NYC. Okay, so now all the rooms have this logo. It looks like it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. So whatever room you go to, there's the logo. So we've already put in different docs here. We put in Post-its, banner images. If you want to put in a YouTube video, you can't just take the link at the top. You have to take the embed link. That's also true for Google Forms. So you click Share, Embed. I'll copy all of the embed code and I'll paste it into the description. The description shows up on the RSVP page. So here's the YouTube video that we've put in. If you want to make it full width, you can edit it. Instead of 560 pixels, say 100 pixels. That'll make the height 415. Back on the RSVP page. There you go. And let's go back in and put this YouTube video into our room. So click here, get the embed link. We'll go into our room. And I'll put a new one in there. Video : and paste it in. I'm showing you the fast way to do it, but there is an easy way to do it. This is not the easy way. All right, so that's the third button that's going to display. And there's the embed link for the YouTube video. Click Update. So here's Google Drawings, YouTube video. If you have a lot of these links, you'll probably want to keep track of them in a Google spreadsheet. Go back to Customize, and here's all our links. Please click Helpful Hints and Google Spreadsheet Template. This is where you can keep track of all of your links. So here's the main space, room 1, room 2. There's all your tab 1 for all those rooms, tab 2 for all those rooms. So you paste in YouTube video, you say video, and all of this is compiled into the green area. So you don't have to worry about the spaces and the colons. And this is also a great way, if you have a large team, to keep track of all the links. Just copy this and paste it into your event. That. Update. Okay. Well, because we're a small group tonight, we've covered a lot of material. I can't tell if you, I think that I went so fast that you're not able to follow along, but hopefully you're able to see what's possible. But I'm happy to cover any questions you might have. If you have some liberating structures that you wanted to do that you have in mind, we can talk about how those could be implemented with all the components that you see here. You can embed,
Yeah, no.
Oh yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna comment. I don't have anything specific. I think this was a good overview. It's just that the last one, like I tried to add the video for whatever reason, it doesn't show. Like in the online tools. How do you
Okay.
say it?
Did you take this link at the top? What we have to do is take,
No,
you took the
yeah, I
one that
got
says,
the embed video, and it worked on the main page.
uh-huh.
So when we added at the main page, it's working at the RSVP page. I mean. But then I copied the same and I tried to create as a new tab as you had there, and it just doesn't show the tab. I don't know what's going on.
Elaine, did you paste in all of the embed code or just the embed link?
The whole code.
Let's take out everything except the link.
Okay.
That's what will make it work. So
I see.
So if we're over in our event, in the description, this part is the link, just that part.
Yes. Okay.
Great. Well, I'm
That's
glad you were
fine.
able to follow along there. It's not easy. There's a lot of things flying around, but
Yeah.
after you try it the first time, it becomes easy.
Okay. Now I got it. Let me delete this.
Super.
Okay, still not working. Let me see what's going on.
Okay. If you'd like to share your screen, you're welcome to. Or if you want to send me the link to your event in Zoom chat, I can look
Yeah,
at it
sure.
too. Okay.
I can send it to you. Okay. Clicked the wrong thing here. Okay. There.
Okay, excellent. So we'll take a look at the main space and breakouts. Okay, there's an extra space right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's why.
It's a lot to keep track of. That's why that spreadsheet will be helpful when you have a lot of links.
Okay.
And I'll show you a few of the other tools when you're in your event. Here are the admin controls. Click admin controls and set topics for breakout rooms. I don't remember if we did that yet. Did I show that to you? Wait, oh, we're here. Yes, we have our names are in here. But let's say we have a few topics that we want to put in our breakout rooms. I'll copy them. I click admin controls and then set topics and paste in the topics. So now all your rooms have one of your topics and people can move there quickly. So you can very quickly on the fly change out your topics. I think it's very helpful for liberating structures. Oh, we must have hit the timer. You know, it's the 5th time I'm teaching the class today. So I think we've hit the timer because the timer's showing. Do you remember? I don't.
Yes, we did.
Great. And did we do the chime too? I think we probably did, right? Yeah.
Yes, we did.
We did. Okay. Okay. So other ones we have here, you could push a website to people. So everybody can see a website. Maybe if I want to push this Google Doc or maybe a Google form, this is only helpful if you have something that you want to display to all the web pages. I want to get the embed code Okay. All right. So here's the form it's going to look like when it's embedded. And then if I want to share that with all of you, I will click website to show it all breakouts and paste it in. And then now you all see a form. You can fill it out regardless of what breakout room you're in. I can, if you're all different breakouts so you can't hear me, I can make the chime noise so you can hear it. So you know, okay, there's a new form that comes in, and then I can push a new form, a new form, a new form. So it's interesting where you can get something at the same time. It's like handing out a piece of paper to all of your tables or all of your breakout rooms at the same time. They're filling out the form, and then you can put the next form in there, the next form, the next form. I'm going to website to show it all breakouts. I'm going to press clear, and then it'll push back whatever you had underneath it. So you can prepare different forms or input documents or that tool for 2510. And it's just a way to put it in everyone's hands. They'll have to have Zoom and Qiqo Chat side by side. So I don't think you could do that with Zoom breakouts, pushing. Can you push a link to everybody through a notification?
Not that I'm aware of.
And one other advantage here, instead of Zoom breakouts, you don't have cloud recording in Zoom breakouts, but here, if these are all separate Zoom meetings, you can have cloud recording set up for that. You can also have translation in all your rooms, which I think you can't have interpreters in breakout rooms in Zoom. I think you have to have everybody in the same language in a breakout room. So some of those other things. Let's see, admin controls. If you want to view all the breakout notes, you can click this one. And then you scroll down and you'll see these are all the embedded tools in all the different rooms. So we put Jitsi in there. And that's a good way, as you as a facilitator could see how everybody's doing at all the different rooms at the same time. You could see the data about when people joined. It'll show their username and the time they joined. Okay, does anything strike you as, I wish that Qiqo Chat had XYZ?
Yeah, nothing for me. I guess I'm just trying to learn about the tool. I didn't have anything specific in mind.
Same here. I think it's going to be trial and error for the first times there, and then from there we'll see what we need exactly for our needs there.
Super. Well, if you're going to run any test events for, I think I might have cut out there for a moment. If you're going to run any test events for other liberating structures folks, you could do it in the liberating structures community of practice. So that's ls.qiqochat.com. Or if you're going to do something for OpenSpace, openspace.qiqochat.com. And there are, let's see, OpenSpace facilitators on Qiqo. How many? So 455. So the weekly newsletter will go out, and any upcoming events for the next 3 weeks will be put on the weekly newsletter. So that can help bring people to your event. And it's free if you post anything in the open space community on Qiqo or the liberating structures community on Qiqo. See how many liberating structures folks are on here. 739, so that number's great. You don't have to pay anything in these circles because it's just helping us get the word out to other. So you're helping us and we're helping you. So you can put user group meetings in here, things like that. So thanks very much for your time. I'm going to put my email in the chat, and also open office hours. We have approximately 6 per week where you can just drop in and ask any question, completely unscheduled. And here's my email. Thanks very much for your time and attention, and
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for this. It was very, very interesting. It was good to learn about it.
You're very welcome.
Same here. Thanks.
Good night,
Thank
all.
you. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.